The former U.S. Special Representative on North Korea policy and leading expert on U.S.-North Korea relations, Joseph Yoon, told Arirang TV that President Biden shouldn't revoke all of Trump's policies on the North. Our foreign affairs correspondent, Yoon Jung-min, has more.
American diplomat and former U.S. Special Representative for North Korea policy, Joseph Yoon, stressed the need for dialogue between Pyeongyang and Washington based on what has been already achieved. Appearing on Arirang TV on Wednesday in a program with the American Chamber of Commerce in Korea, Yoon advised the Biden administration to consider how they can use the 2018 Singapore joint statement to their benefit.
My hope is that the Biden administration don't disown everything that Trump did. I mean, there are many things that Trump did right. And I think part of his North Korea policy is correct, which is to engage North Korea in a different way. And
on North Korea's lack of recent military provocations, Yoon commented that Pyongyang may be signaling that it's open for talks with the Biden administration. For the South Korean government, Yoon advised Seoul to play a greater role to manage stability on the peninsula and not to disengage with the U.S. The diplomat also touched upon restoring Seoul-Tokyo ties under the Biden administration, which prefers trilateral cooperation with the U.S. allies. And because of that, he said, Biden would be different from his predecessor.
Incredibly difficult to try to get Japanese and South Koreans to agree some these history issues, which have really been, doggedly bothering many generations for decades. But I do think more Washington pays attention to these issues, I think the better the relationship between South Korea and Japan.
On the U.S.-China rivalry, Yoon said there is a competitive agenda, including trade, sensitive technology, and issues on Hong Kong and Taiwan, but at the same time, there is some room for cooperation on which South Korea should focus.
South Korea should join, of course, be a leader in the cooperative agenda on pandemics and on climate change, and then have a special role to play on bringing about China and U.S. on North Korea issue.
With both competition and cooperation likely, he stressed that Seoul should adopt a flexible strategy in approaching Washington and Beijing, adding diplomacy is not about being forced with black and white options. Yoon Jung-min, Arirang News.